be side hustling at nighttime. I normally already don't do side hustles at night, but the other day I was driving home, it was around 7:30, and I got a $56 order, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to take that. I had forgotten the Instacart card in the car, so I was already in the store. I walked out. It was already dark outside, and this car pulls up next to me and just starts catcalling me. Hey, pretty girl, how you doing? Hey, girl, hey. Ignoring him completely. I have my face on my phone. I'm looking down. He keeps going on and on and on. Oh, you're gonna act like you don't hear me? Hello, hey. And he's literally like, I'm walking, and he's just next to me, like, as I walk, going slow next to me. Now, at this point, I'm not really weirded out because this happens to me here and there. So I was just like, okay, he drove off. He went the other way. He took off kind of mad, so I was kind of like, okay, whatever. So I'm in the store. I already forgot about it. I'm bagging produce, and I just feel somebody right here behind my head. So dude comes up behind my ear and he goes, oh, you think you can just ignore me like that? When he was driving next to me in the car and I was walking, I never looked at his face, so I was like, oh, it's probably someone I know. So then he walks in front of me. Now he's right here. I look at him. I do not know who this guy is. So when he comes up to this side of me, he's like, oh, and you're still gonna ignore me? And he keeps going on and on about how I'm ignoring him. He goes, why won't you say anything? And I was like, because I don't want to talk to you. At this point, I'm pretty fearful because he's kind of like really close to my face, and I didn't know what he was going to do to me. But he was getting very, very upset with me, and I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? He was like, you think you're too good for me? You think you're too pretty? What is it? What is it? What is it? All I said again was, I don't want to talk to you. This man's ego was hurt. He was like, all right, bet, and he took off all pissed off. So then here's me pushing around my cart, looking around me, all paranoid the whole time. I had a bad anxiety attack. After I finished checking out, I asked, can someone please walk me to my car? Because he saw me get in my car to get my Instacart card. The security guard that asked to walk me out was so freaking rude. He was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do it. And then one of the workers comes out and says, I'll take her to her car. Sweetest guy. Helped me load up all my groceries. He told me he's going to watch my car leave to make sure no one follows me. His name was Corey. Shout out to Corey. And this story might not sound that bad to some of you, but I had anxiety the rest of the night, and where I went to deliver after was up like 10 miles up a dirt road. It was not worth it at all.
Hey, how's everybody doing once again? It just so happened that it all started, like she said, when she was inside a grocery store and she was in the process of shopping for an Instacart order. By the way, which she did not also say, and according to the news article, that the order happened to equal out to $56. When that being said, she said she just could not help but to not decline the offer because I see exactly where she's coming from, because I personally used to drive an Instacart around 3 years ago. However, I'm no longer driving for the platform, but if I could recall, the highest paying orders I would get from time to time will be around $30, sometimes just 20 at the minimum or maximum. And I could just imagine if I'm driving for the platform full time as part of my full time income, and I may receive within a 2 hour time span, if I'm just, let's just hypothetically suppose I would have planned on driving Instacart no longer than around 2 hours, only to receive two individual $50 orders or offers to shop for two different customers. That'll make it where I would have racked up $100 within the same day off of two deliveries. However, if I were to choose to drive from 2 hours to 4 hours to receive two more delivery offers worth that same amount, that would make it where I would have racked up around $400 within a day. So with all that being said, Instacart pays pretty decent, but at the same time, and on the side note, you're putting more and more mileage and more wear and tear on your own vehicle for all you people that may be wondering what's it like to drive for either Instacart or Shipt, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama. Shipt. Anyway, after seeing her while making the video, how she appears to be physically, I wouldn't say she's all that bad looking of a lady. And I'm not trying to come off also as too perverted, but I noticed how she has a nice set of breasts as well. But I mean, I'm saying that my point of saying that about her breasts is because I'm into nice breasts. I'm assuming, judging by what she was wearing in the video, she probably wore that. I could be wrong though. The red t-shirt along with the hoodie. If she did, she may have. It just so happens the reason that same guy couldn't leave her alone, who I'm assuming was a black guy, and then how she elaborated on how he went by approaching her, because whether you know it or not, us African American, between us African American men and other races of men, when it comes to cold approaching women, us African American men have a whole different kind of swag and approach when it comes to approaching what it may be our very own African American sisters or women outside of our race. Because one hint would be how he said bet after she denied him after approaching her for the very last time. Although he still didn't really give up, because he's continued to pursue her, which I found weird myself, very weird and awkward in a car. I'm assuming he had planned on possibly following her home. But I mean, I could understand at the same time why she felt paranoid like she did, and why she even went as far as asking for a security guard's help at the store. Although I felt like it defeated the purpose of him being a security guard, how he denied to walk her to the car. And then when how unpredictable people are nowadays and crazy out there are so many crazies out there that it's ridiculous. People that will be willing to do anything. And I mean, I definitely understand why this sister felt frightened like she did, because it seems like for the most part the guy who approached her couldn't take no for an answer either. But once again, she is, after seeing her talk about the incident, she's not an unattractive female. However, she may have had on makeup while addressing this incident as well, because even when some of the most unattractive women, it brings out the attractiveness of them makeup. And I noticed how she also had some extra eyelashes glued on to her eyelids as well, which is a turnoff for me. Always has been a turnoff for me and a deal breaker. But I digress once again. Anyway, I'm going to conclude this video. But before I conclude it, once and for all, I want you to first and foremost smash the thumbs up button to let me know how much you guys may have liked this video. Share the video so the video could become more viral mainstream. CapT.V. Don't be afraid to also comment right down below to give me both your insight and your feedback on this video. Last but not least, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys be safe out there.